Take pic. Stop recording.
Chris Sharp in the game has struck out 3 times. Two looking and 1 swinging. Sharp rests the bat on the right shoulder, bends the knees. The 0-1 is taken inside for a ball as Sharp scoots out of the way. 1-1. Big league ball. The Rockies lead the Cubs in the Mile High City 2-0. That's in the bottom of the 3rd. Blue Jays are crushing the Indians 8-0 in the 7th. Red Sox up on the Tigers 4-0. That's also in the 7th inning. The 1-1 to Sharp is pounded foul behind home plate. 1-2 now. Cardinals up on the Braves 3-1 5th inning. It's interesting to see John Lester pitch in a St. Louis Cardinals uniform. Different look for sure. Royals beating the White Sox 6-1 5th inning in Chicago. Reds already beat the Twins today 6-5. Brewers over the Pirates 4-2. Rematch of the 2017 World Series underway now. Astros and the Dodgers. No score just underway. The 1-2 high to Sharp. It's 2-2. And Max Scherzer is pitching for LA. That's after the Dodgers announced today that they are signing Cole Hamels to a 1-year deal. And who knows what Hamels has left. Got injured last year, did not pitch much of the 60-game season, and sat out half of this year. The 2-2 to Chris Sharp is popped up towards the right side into right field. Here comes the right fielder, Dykman, and Jordan Levi drops the baseball. Levi Jordan called for it. It hit off of his mitt, and it bounced towards the foul line. E4, and Sharp is in the second.
He was still a little gun-shy, even though he was calling for it, and approached it at an unusual angle. Instead of getting in front of it, he's calling all the way, and he just dropped the ball.
Yeah, he was running towards the foul line, and Dykman running in.
Dykman could have and should have called him off.
100%. So that gives the Indians an extra shot and an insurance run. Top 6, 4-1 Tribe. Sharp at second on the E4. Fabricio Macias, the batter, he's 2 for 3, along with the run scored, and Roberts, a sharp breaking ball, misses outside for a ball. Roberts wears the prescription lenses. They're not goggles, they're actual glasses. 1-0 on Macias, righty to righty. And Ethan delivers, and lined away by Macias. 1-1. Roberts wears number 27 on the back of that blue Iowa jersey. The Iowa Cubs crest logo with the Cubby Bear is on the front side. Indians in their away grays. Dark red uniforms, Indians written across the front, black lettering, trimmed in white. The players' last names printed on the back, too, in white lettering. Gray pants, black socks. 1-1. As the pitch by Roberts. Top of the zone strike, may have caught the inside corner. 1-2. Now he comes with those white pants, the blue pinstripes all over. A ball and 2 strikes on Macias. 4-1 Tribe. Yashu sets up inside. The 1-2 on the way is the slider poked out towards short to a charging Figuera. Long throw, good throw, and he got him. 6-3 with the putout. So the Indians get a man aboard with Chris Sharp reaching on the air. They cannot score him. Heading to the bottom of the 6th. Tribe up 4-1.
We're proud of it. It's in our name after all. And we've always been real people, using real Southwest flavors, making real Southwest beef. And we've always built everything right on the line, fresh, just for you. Real, fresh Southwest. Welcome to Moe's. It's new, it's better, it's steakier. Come in and try our new sirloin steak today.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it, they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Tamara Pridgett. A collaboration from cost. But don't take our word for it. Find Sweat the Details on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now back to your Indianapolis Indians on Fox Sports 1260, Indy Sports Station.
It's the bottom of the sixth from Principal Park in Des Moines, Iowa. 4-1 is the score as the Indians lead it. Tribe got a runner on in their half of the sixth. Chris Sharp reaching on an error made by the second baseman Levi Jordan. Unable to score him, though, so a 3-run lead for now. Line scores 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the Indians. A run, 4 hits, 1 error for Des Moines. And Abiato Alvalino, the batter. He'll be followed by Levi Jordan and Edwin Figuera. And the face reliever, Gary Mella, who continues in this one. Mella hit for himself to start the top of the sixth. Actually made contact. A guy who's only had one big league at-bat in his life. Alvalino leads off the frame and hits a bouncer fair down the third base line. That's a base hit. It'll ricochet towards the sidewall. Right on the chalk, and hustling in the second with the double is Alvalino. It's a bit confusing to watch because the bullpen for Iowa is working. Again, that just snuck past the diving third baseman Owen. A lefty throwing, but as that baseball was bouncing down the line, there was a ball thrown back to the pitcher throwing on the mound. It was along the same trajectory as that base knocked. So leadoff double for Alvalino, and Levi Jordan comes up. It is dark in Des Moines. The lights are in full effect. Shadows being casted everywhere, and that blue helmet is glistening with the lights. Mella works with a man on, and Jordan hits one foul to the left. Strike one. 4-1 Indianapolis, 6th inning. Iowa with 6 more outs to work with in this one. 0-1, the pitch. Taken low and away by Jordan. 1-1. As mentioned, Levi Jordan had a big-time hit a couple of years ago. Clinton, Iowa, which was at the time home to the Clinton Lumber Kings. They no longer exist with the minor league baseball cuts. Clinton and South Bend in the Midwest League Championship Series 2019. Cut and a miss by Jordan. 1-2, and Levi had the game-winning hit, Game 3 of the championship series in a sweep. It was a home run in the 3rd inning, deep over the wall in Clinton, which is just beside the Mississippi River. Really, the Mississippi is hundreds of yards past the ballpark. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him. Mella punches out Jordan on a good bender. And one away in the 6th after leadoff double from Avellino. The batter is Edwin Figuera, who has struck out both times. Cubs down 3. Right-hander to right-hander, Figuera holds the bat high above the helmet and hits a little chopper to the left side to a charging Rivera. TJ scoops and throws and gets his man 6-3. That pushes the runner Avellino to 3rd. And Rivera, the shortstop, Cole Tucker, the second baseman here. That's the middle infield. Michael Chavis, the first baseman. Hunter Owen at 3rd. And the pitcher's spot is due up. And we will have a pinch hitter for Ethan Roberts. It is a tall right-handed batter coming in to face Mella. That may be Trace Thompson. It is. Trace Thompson, the pinch hitter. He takes low ball 1. Trace Thompson, the former Los Angeles Dodger, Colorado Rocky, was a Chicago White Sox player. The brother of NBA star Klay Thompson. The 1-0 is in there for a strike from Melo, 1-1. It's unfortunate. Klay Thompson, we have not seen him now for a couple years after a torn ACL, and then he did it again in his rehab. 1-1 on Trace Thompson. Bends the knees, circles the bat on the right shoulder, and he watches the strike go by. 1-2, 4-1 try, bottom of the sixth, runner at third. Melo works from the stretch. He gets his sign from Hudson. Again, Melo in his Indianapolis Indians debut. The 1-2, chopped on the ground. T.J. Rivera towards the hole left side. Throw on to first, not in time. It also sweeps Chavis off the bag. No shot to get the speedy Thompson either. Run scores. It's 4-2. So Iowa gets one back. Tough play for Rivera. He was moving towards third, throwing against his own momentum. They give that the single. So an RBI for Trace Thompson in the pinch hit spot. And he's at first. The tying run will come up. And back to the top of the order, too. Ian Miller, who was on the Cubs taxi squad last year. Is the batter. And more bullpen action for the Indians as well. Hunter Stratton with the baseball. Stratton, who was recently called up from Double-A Altoona, 6'4", 225, out of Bristol, Tennessee. Not too far from Ethan Roberts, his hometown, Sparta, Tennessee. And a meeting at the mound as Joel Hanrahan went out after Joe Hudson walked to the mound as well. 4-2 Indianapolis, sixth inning. Trace Thompson is at first. And Ian Miller, the batter. So Gary Mella trying to hang on here in his tried debut. The tying run comes up. Mella, turnaround throw. Back safely is Trace Thompson. Again, he runs well. Long legs, big strides. The pitch on the way, in the dirt, knocked down by Hudson. Runner will move into second, and diving there safely, Trace Thompson. No shot for Hudson to get him. So he's there in a wild pitch. And that's an important run that just got into scoring position. Put Iowa within one with their last cracks at it in the bottom of the seventh. Ian Miller, the lefty, wears the pants high, shows off the royal blue socks. The pitch from Mella almost flipped him inside. 2-0. And Hunter Stratton in the pen. Mella is up to 50 pitches in his debut. I was talking with John O'Reilly after the St. Paul series where he threw over 3 innings in his debut. Told me it was his longest outing since college. Here's the 1-0. And Miller chops one foul to the right. John O'Reilly was a starter at Rutgers. He was signed as a minor league free agent by Pittsburgh, who then made him a reliever, but then had that long outing against St. Paul in his Indy debut. 2-1. With Thompson at second. The pitch from the tall right-hander drifts outside, 3-1.
And the note on a former Indian, Tyler Glasnow, did undergo Tommy John surgery today, and he'll miss all of next year, too.
That's too bad.
He'd really come into his own as a terrific major league pitcher.
No doubt. Swing and a miss on the 3-1. It's gone full. There's some high-profile athletes across all sports having some big surgeries. Right here in town, you can look at it. Carson Wentz, Quentin Nelson, same exact surgery, same exact injury. The 3-2 to Ian Miller is flown foul down the left field line. We'll do it again. Three balls, two strikes on Miller. The entire front side of his jersey covered in infield dirt. Some stuck on the belt. The 3-2 from Mella. I don't know if that hit Miller or not. Either way, it's ball 4. And the tying run is on base for the I-Cubs. Greg Dykman, the batter. And this is not a guy you want to mess with. Dykman, one of the key pieces coming over in that Andrew Chafin trade. That sent him from the A's to the Cubs, but it will not be Kerry Mella to face Greg Dykman. Here comes Hunter Stratton. And he will wait for Brian Esposito to take the baseball from Mella. So, Kerry Mella, in his Indians debut, goes 2 2/3 innings, 55 pitches, 34 strikes. And he is responsible for both men on base. That's Thompson along with Miller. So Hunter Stratton will inherit this situation. Of course, numbers are not final on Mella.
And Brian Esposito sure stayed with him a long time.
He did. And when the Indians turn to their bullpen experts, you can turn to the experts at Indiana 811 for your underground utility digging needs. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. And Hunter Stratton, one of the newer Indians, into the game in a key situation as the I-Cubs trying to make their job in the bottom of the 7th a little bit easier, and even more so if they could potentially take the lead right now. They could try and find a way to close it in the top of the 7th. So we'll see if Stratton can come and shut the door. Stratton's numbers, terrific at Altoona, AA. A 1.42 earned run average, 20 games, 7 save opportunities. He saved all of them. 25 in a third innings, 4 runs allowed, 16 hits, 13 walks, 44 Ks. Batters only hit 182.
And he pitched 2 scoreless innings in his Indians debut July 30th. No runs, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Dominating stuff, throwing 95 miles an hour. Wasn't listed among the top 30 prospects in Baseball America's ranking of the Pirate prospects at the start of the year. But as you said, boy, did he have some great numbers in Altoona.
Terrific, and they're certainly getting great value out of him. He was a 16th round pick in 2017 out of Walter State Community College. And that brings up the old saying, if you are good enough, they will find you. And they do.
In baseball, they will. In basketball, they will. And a lot of times in football, they will.
Most of the time, yeah.
Well, it's different. You can be a great quarterback and nobody can know about it until you get your chance. But in baseball, which is a skill sport, you'll get a chance if you're good.
No doubt about it. Elsewhere, Stratton's numbers in the minors, he has really figured it out this year. He was with West Virginia at the full A level in 2018, 4.16 ERA. Then they made him primarily a reliever in 2019 with Bradenton. Better. 33 games, 3 starts, 64 Ks, but he walked 42. And Stratton, big number 41 from Bristol, Tennessee. He'll face Greg Dykman. 4-2 Indians, 6th inning. It's a key spot. First and second occupied. The tying run is on base. And Stratton's 95-mile-an-hour fastball misses high and away to Dykman. Ball 1. Stratton, the bearded right-hander, big guy. Dykman waits. His front side of his uniform is all covered in infield dirt. The 1-0. As that kicks to the backstop, maybe off the umpire's shoe. It's picked up by the catcher Hudson on the warning track dirt. Both men on base advance.
That's huge.
Wild pitch.
Now a base hit, you could have a tie game.
Key spot for Stratton. Alfonso Rivas is on deck, so pick your poison.
And Stratton's had 4 days off since that 2-inning stint.
Stratton getting his signs from Hudson and time called before the pitch. Hudson wanted another go-around. Dykeman in the game. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. The 2-0 from Stratton is popped in the air behind home plate, out of play. The tying run in scoring position, second and third, 2 away. The go-ahead run is at the dish. Two balls, one strike. The pitch from Stratton. Fastball just maybe a bit low outside.
I think
Right there, though.
Yeah, borderline pitch.
3-1.
I think the umpire said it was a little low, but sometimes those are called strikes, other times they're not.
Hitters count to Dykeman. First base open. The pitch is low, ball 4. And the bags are full. So in the inning, Avellino led it off with a double. He came home to score on Trace Thompson's infield single. Ian Miller walked, as has Greg Dykeman. And Alfonso Rivas, there's nowhere to put him, the 3-hitter. Rivas has walked all 3 times.
But what a spot, the base is loaded.
He's got a shot to give Iowa the lead. Stratton, the right-hander. First pitch. Maybe a bit outside, ball 1. Again, right there. Rivas, a guy with a keen eye. It's always been his scouting report. Indians up by 2. The pitch is lined down the left field line. Base hit, fair ball. It's picked up by Macias along the sidewall. 1 run scores. Another is in. And stopping at third is going to be Dykeman. It's a tie game, 4-4.
He dumped it down the left field line, but that's what happens when you walk people. The last 2 batters had been walked. You put yourself in a position to be hurt.
Just snuck it in there. And again, while lefty is warming up in the Cubs pen. It's a double for Alfonso Rivas. He has been on all 4 times tonight. And the I-Cubs an opportunity to take the lead now with Nick Martini, who is certainly due. He's been without a hit this entire doubleheader. First pitch to Martini in there, strike 1. So it was Thompson and Miller scoring. Miller the tying run. The pitch to Martini is a slow bouncer to the right of the plate. Brand new ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Second and third, 2 away. Again, if Iowa takes the lead here, they can try and shut the door in the 7th.
This goes down now as a blown save.
Stratton is set. It's 0-2 on Nick Martini. And the pitch on the way. This is drilled right center. That's going to be a base hit, and Iowa's going to take the lead. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Dykeman is in. Here's Rivas around. He scores. And in the 3rd, Martini with a triple. It's 6-4 Iowa, and they have come all the way back. They now lead by 2. Martini, who snapped a 5-game hitting streak in Game 1 of the Twin Bill, now has certainly made up for it. He just gave the I-Cubs the lead, and they just put the Indians in a tough spot. Indianapolis with 3 outs remaining in this game.
And he really ripped that one.
Yeah.
The previous double was dumped down the left field line. This was just ripped into the gap.
Thompson, Miller, Dykman, and Rivas with the runs. Inning not over. Here's Taylor Gushu. The catcher, left-handed batter, takes strike 1 from Stratton. Big triple, Nick Martini. Those are 2 strikes as well. The 0-1 popped in the air towards shallow left. Going to be a long run for Macias. He makes the catch on the run in fair territory. But the Iowa Cubs certainly strike. Everybody comes to bat. In the bottom of the 6th, they grab the lead, and the Indians now down to their final 3 outs in the second game of this doubleheader. Iowa leads it 6-4.
WNDE Indianapolis.
A science class at George Washington High School just learned how
Take the
smart
stop
distribution
record.
networks
26 minutes. Stop.
reliable and efficient energy. At AES, we are putting these next generation innovations to work right here in Indianapolis so that our community can enjoy smart energy solutions that power our lives and energize the next generation of innovators. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
This is a frosted glass. This is ice. This is Jim Beam apple. And this is a splash of ice cold club soda. This is the flavor. Introducing Jim Beam apple. We made history with the most mouth-watering glass of Jim Beam in the world. How will you make yours? Jim Beam. Make history. Drink smart. Jim Beam apple liqueur infused with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. 35% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2016. James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
It's that time of year again. Baseball and fun outdoors. Make Family Leisure your one-stop shop for outdoor fun. Family Leisure is the area's largest dealer of pools, spas, patio furniture, play gyms, outdoor rooms, and more. Open 7 days a week at the corner of Pendleton Pike and Oak Landing Road. Or you can shop online at FamilyLeisure.com. Proud sponsor of the Indians for over 20 years. Stop in with the family. Mention Indianapolis Indians and get a free baseball. Family Leisure, where family and fun come together.
Back to the Indianapolis Indians on Fox Sports 1260, Indy Sports Station.
Well, this game certainly has been flipped over. Indians score 4 runs at the top of the top of the 5th. Iowa rallies back with 5 in the bottom of the 6th, and the I-Cubs lead it 6-4. Indians are going to need to rally if they want to win to end this doubleheader. And with the call here in the 7th, here's Howard.
Thank you very much. And yes, they need 2 runs to tie. Michael Chavis leads off, and he had a big 2-run double that put the Indians ahead in the 5th inning. The 4-run 5th. Indians had a 4-1 lead going to the bottom of the 6th, and Iowa scored 5 times with 2 outs. There was a man on second and 2 outs. They were close to getting out of the inning, and look what happened. So we're ready to go. Ryan Lawler in there pitching for Iowa. And the first pitch is a strike at the knees to Chavis. Lawler is a left-hander. Lawlor. Chavis also has a single, 2 for 3. Looked as if he went around on a breaking ball in the dirt. He did. Strike 2. And 2. Ethan Robertson positioned to get the win. As Roberts goes an inning in the 3rd. This pitch, high outside, fastball, ball 1. Top of the 7th, a game scheduled for 7, the second of a doubleheader. Iowa leading 6-4. Iowa won the first game 2-1. And a breaking ball is a swing and a miss. He struck him out on the pitch down and in, and there's one away. That'll bring up Christian Bethencourt. Walked, flied out, and struck out. Right-hand hitter. And a fastball is a little bit inside, ball one. And the 1-0 delivery. Swung on, bouncing ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. So Bethencourt singles to center. And that means Hunter Owen, who's gotten a lot of big hits and has 10 home runs, will represent the tying run. He struck out twice and knocked in a run with a hit to center and scored a run. Time called. Taylor Gushu heading out to the mound. And he meets with Ryan Lawler. One man on, one man out in the top of the seventh. A game scheduled for 7. Owen at the plate, TJ Rivera on deck. Indians trying to bounce back. They had a 4-1 lead going to the bottom of the 6th, and Iowa scored 5 times after 2 men were out. Now Owen stands in. The left-hander looks in. Here's his stretch. His set and his pitch. Swung on, line to right center field, and it's in there for a base hit. Bethencourt will stop at second, and the Indians are in business here in the 9th inning on back-to-back hits by Bethencourt and by Owen. And those two represent the tying runs. TJ Rivera, due to be the batter, he singled and he singled again and knocked in a run.
Yeah, didn't have to do too much there. Just get it in play, continue the train. You're going to need to some way.
And another mound visit. Now they'll go over the signs. Gushu out to talk to Lawler. Lawler's got an ERA of 8.18. The meeting breaks up. Oh, another meeting. Just as it broke up, here come the infielders. Let's see if we get the pitching coach this time, too.
Could that mean they're going to be charged with 2 separate mound visits?
I don't know, but I'll lose sleep over it if I don't find out.
So will I.
You will, too?
Of course.
Ron Vallone, who pitched for the Indianapolis Indians in 1999, is the pitching coach. And let's see. They're going to change pitchers. So it's Marty Peavy who went out there. They're changing pitchers.
Oh, they just showed a camera shot. Scott Effross was working in the pen. Effross, a longtime member of the Cubs organization, 6'2", 202, 27 years old, out of Twinsburg, Ohio. So he's going to enter this game, and they're going to ask him to get the final 2 outs of this inning.
Do you know where Twinsboro, Ohio is?
I don't.
Neither do I. I don't either.
I thought. I mean, it sounds like a beautiful place.
Yeah, I wish I knew where it was. I'm sure we could find out if we Googled it.
I could find that out in seconds for you, if we're that curious.
I was wondering if you knew where it was, because I don't. I've been to Ohio many, many times.
Effross, though, former IU Hoosier. Big Ten. You know where that is?
Oh, I've been to Bloomington many, many times. I was there on Monday, in fact.
Speaking?
Yes. Scott Efros, 6'2", 202 pounds.
He's on for the 16th time at the AAA level. Started this year in AA Tennessee. He's also started 2 games for Iowa. ERA at 4.99. Just over 30 innings this year. 18 runs allowed, 24 hits, 6 walks to 36 Ks. Batter's only hitting .218.
Okay.
And of course, when clubs turn to their bullpen experts, you can turn to the experts at Indiana 811 for your underground utility digging needs. Know what's below by going to 811now.com. Scott Efros, former IU man on the mound for Iowa.
Now we got to find out where Twinsburg, Ohio is.
I will enter the Google machine.
T.J. Rivera, the batter. Efros in a save situation, the right-hander. Two men on, 1 man out. Top of the 7th, Indians trailing 6-4. Remember, this is a game scheduled for 7. Second of a doubleheader. Rivera hitting .250. Efros stretches and delivers. Fastball, strike called, Submariner.
Twinsburg, Ohio is located about halfway between Akron and Cleveland, Howard. And it was named one of the best places to live in the country by Time magazine.
What year was that?
2010.
Okay, that's impressive.
Sounds like we got to go.
And there's a swing and a liner on a hop to the shortstop. Figuera to second one, on to first, double play, game over. Figuera, Jordan, Martini. It's a game-ending 6-4-3 double play. And the I-Cubs have swept the doubleheader. And they have won the first 3 games of this series. The final.
Well, that's the end of that.
37. Stop recording.